تعي تعي.
مرة بناخذ من عندكم من هون ومرتين بناخذ من مخيم الركبان.
This is why we are putting on the table again this new initiative that would help these countries, these governments, not only get grants to alleviate the pressure on their public finances, but also because we are also faced with the reality that grants are not infinite, that we will try to get the second best option. And the second best option is finding an as concessional a financing as feasible, possibly as zero interest rates for loans that, under other circumstances would have been about 1.2 to 1.5 to possibly 2% interest rates. So that's basically where we are coming from, and that's how we would like to help both Jordan and Lebanon weather a crisis which we thought would end in a couple of years, and unfortunately is not giving any sign of relief.
This is something that we called for starting early last year, and there's been a build-up through the spring meeting of the World Bank last year, and then in the annual meeting in Lima, and they have been taking a bold and leadership role in coordination with the key IFIs, G7, GCC countries, UN and IDB, the Islamic Development Bank, to move this proposal forward. So we're very happy that this is progressing. The aim is to try to get to a point where they hopefully provide these types of facilities that could benefit Jordan and Lebanon to access more concessional financing for our development needs, which are being displaced by pressures from the Syrian crisis and the presence of the Syrian refugees. The needs of the refugees and the host communities that are impacted by the Syrian crisis, these are presented through our response plan, the Jordan response plan, and these propositions are presented to the international community on a grant basis. The funding gaps that we face as a budget, along with the critical development priorities that are either regressing and there's no resources, or that have been displaced because we had to channel resources to the Syria-related issues, these are the types of priorities we will use more concessional financing for it. We will not borrow as a country to fund priorities related to the Syrian refugees.